Hello, hello. Good morning, everybody. This is OG. I'm making breakfast. Got to cut some chicken up right now. That's my agenda for this moment. Today is March 29th, and it's about 1:30. Gonna cut my breakfast up. Trying to do a little protein. Trying to stick more to my protein than I am carbs. Little by little, it's been going okay. Trying to stay away from all the chips. Although I did have chips yesterday. No bueno. Anyhow, but I had yesterday I had chicken, eggs, kale, squash, cottage cheese, and avocado. No tortilla, no bread. So trying to clean it up a little bit. Anyhow, today, as I'm getting ready for my breakfast and thinking about life, it was on my mind that my wife La Linda, she's a beautiful soul. She's always been a beautiful soul, beautiful person. And throughout my life, some of you either know or don't know, I had a difficult life, very difficult life. And I really didn't know what love or anything like that was. So I grew up dysfunctional, not knowing, about love. Got myself into a lot of trouble. The hard part about it was that all the trouble that I would get into, it's like no one really cared. No one ever asked why. No one ever, wanted to, just, I guess, invest some time in me to see, hey, is everything all right? You seem to be in a little bit of trouble. So I went on with life being that way. And with the abuse that I went through, physical, mental, sexual abuse that I went through as a young kid, not knowing, I knew something was wrong as far as like the sexual abuse. I'm like, man, why does this person keep doing this to me, all the time? The physical abuse, like, am I really that bad of a kid that I got to get beat down so bad? Bad, really bad. It was difficult. It was very difficult. I didn't know who to turn to. I didn't know who to, you're taught as a kid, shut up, don't say nothing, don't open your mouth, be quiet, all the above. So then you get older in life, and that's exactly what you do. You shut up, be quiet, and don't open your mouth. So then you wind up going to the streets. The streets embrace you. The streets accept you. Got to put some oil in here. Olive oil. No. What is this? Yeah, it is. Ranch or, I don't know, something. Yeah, olive oil. Anyways, the streets embrace you. And you wind up picking a new family. Although the streets is not the place to be, but what other choice do you have? What do you have? What's the selection? What do I get to pick from? Loving family at home that love you unconditionally and they miss you and mijo and, blah, blah, blah. Never had it. You go home, you're a worker. You mow the yard and wash the truck and the diesel and mow the neighbors' yards and paint their house and wash their cars. You're just a laborer, not a labor of love because there's no love involved, and it's very sad that those things happen. Now I'm not against working. I love working. I love doing yard work. I cook. Let me see if y'all can see. I'm just cutting meat right now, but I cook. I wash dishes. I do a lot in my life. And so it never bothered me to actually do those things, but what bothered me the most was that, you're just told to do it. You're not told the lesson of, I want you to be a good man and stay out of trouble and learn how to provide for your family, and it just never was there. Those lessons were never taught. And it's sad, man, because I'm a person, although I look the way I look, I'm a person that always desired love. I don't know why. I guess because I never got it. I never had love. And acting out as a kid, didn't know why. But got me in a lot of trouble. So you go to the streets. I went to the streets, wind up, drugs and alcohol and fighting and doing all that to eventually getting locked up. And it was unfortunate because that wasn't the life that I wanted. I didn't have a choice. I mean, I guess I did have a choice, but I didn't understand education. I didn't go to school. My mom had a janitorial service. My mom had a janitorial service. So I cleaned buildings at night. That was my job. Clean the buildings at night, do all that I had to do there. And of course I didn't go to school because I was out at night. And then I'd be on the road with my dad because he was a truck driver, and I was a bad kid and I wasn't wanted around. So they would send me on the road with him, my dad, so just to get me out of the house because I wasn't wanted, bottom line. And it was sad, man. It was really sad because, I'm a kid. I'm a big guy. I mean, I'm 5'10". I've always been a big guy, even as a kid. But I mean, how do you treat a kid that way? I got like my grandkids that get in trouble and do what they do, but I don't hate them. I love them. And I talk to them and I share with them like I'm sharing now. No one's perfect, and we're all going to grow up in a certain way of choice that we choose to do, and I accept them for them, and I share my voice with them, and I let them know that you don't have to go out and get in trouble because you're confused. Just talk to somebody. Talk to me. Call me. I used to tell my son, don't get tattoos, don't get in trouble, and go to school and learn and listen. And if your friends, start that peer pressure stuff, just tell them, nah, man, my dad's sober now, and I'm going to try to help him be sober too. Till this day, my son still don't have no tattoos, so I'm very proud of that. I got a whole bunch of them, so that's always been one of my personal things. And, I try to share my voice as much as possible. But the bottom line is, if you don't talk to your kids, someone else will. If you don't share, your experience, your knowledge, what you've been through, because in our days, when our elders messed up, it was a secret. They didn't want you to know. They didn't want you to be like, oh man, when you did it, I'm gonna do it too. They didn't want you to know all that. So I'm 58. In my generation, I have a voice. It's my voice over violence, and that's what I tell everybody. It's my voice over violence. I have to share my voice. There's a new generation that's coming up that are already living that life, and some of them don't know no better. Some don't understand that there's a life of lockup for you. If you choose that life, it's there. You choose that life, it's there waiting for you with open arms. Believe me. And I'm not disrespecting anybody or any organizations or anybody anywhere. I'm just sharing my experience. It's sad that once you get locked up, they'll break you off years, 100 years, 2-3 life sentences. For a choice you make as a youngster, you can't take it back. Once it's done, it's done. And it's very unfortunate. I only had to do 3 years myself. At that time, I had to realize, man, what do you want to do, bro? Do you want to make this a career? You want this to be a life pattern? You know, do you want to continue in life? And honestly, you know, being in county and getting, you know, going to prison, it didn't bother me, to tell you the truth. It really didn't bother me at all. I was used to being segregated. I was used to being locked up in my room. I was used to fighting. I was used to getting whooped on, beaten, extension cords, sticks, boards, you know, mostly extension cords, till I was bloodied up, you know, and so I was used to that. That didn't even bother me no more. You know, sometimes they say it's not the person holding the knife, or it's not the knife, or how's it go? It's the person holding it that kills you. Yeah, and it's sad, man. Very, very sad. But, you know, I share my videos on YouTube here, you know, for maybe one day it'll help somebody to make a choice, man. You don't want to live this life. Go to school, man. If you don't understand school, ask somebody. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to be a square, or you're holding your books, or the homies are going to laugh. Who cares? I'm 58 years old. I don't even hang out with homies no more. I'm a homie, no doubt. I still look like I look. I'm all tatted up and, you know, no doubt. But all that doesn't matter anymore. To me, what matters most is being successful, as far as being a good husband, being a good grandfather, a father, you know, having a good job, taking care of your familia, your personal familia. That's what matters to me. You know, everybody's got to make a choice. And I had to make mine. I wish I would have chose wisely, but I didn't. You know, at 58 years old, been a truck driver 33 years, that's all I know. I don't have a second trade. I don't have a second skill. I'm actually unemployed right now. And I have a lot of anxieties. I have a lot of nervousness. I have a lot of depression. You know, I was able to be a troquero for my 6 kids. I was a single parent for 13 years with my 6 kids. And I was able to provide and protect them and give them all that they needed. And it's crazy that being sober all these years, I can't even seem to take care of myself anymore with my anxieties. And I don't know. I wish I knew how to understand it better. I think when I was on drugs and alcohol, when I had the mental, sexual, and physical abuse as a kid, when I turned to drugs and alcohol, I didn't realize till recently that I was probably covering up all that at that time, because I didn't know no better. There was no therapy. There was no counseling. It was shut the heck up, and that's all there was to it. I didn't know. Man, if I only knew back then, I would have had a different life, different choices. I wound up buying my house at 25. At 55, it would have been paid in full, but me and my kids' mom split up and we lost the house. So I rent now. At 58, my house had been paid for. I wouldn't be paying no rent right now. Hard lesson learned. I tried, you know. I was able to keep all my kids together and safe and sound and protected and provided for, but I wound up losing my house. I got full custody of my kids and I lost my house. I'd rather have, no doubt, my kids. A house is a house. It is what it is. But at my age today, starting over, that's the difficult part. You know, you get out of prison, my age, there's not much left. What career, what jobs are you going to have? You know, there's not a whole lot to pick from. And that's real, man. Like I said, I'm not trying to be disrespectful to nobody. I'm just being real. And at 58, I can't run with the little youngsters. You know, I can't. I used to be a loader. I would load trucks. It's called a lumper. I would lump trucks. I would 1,200 cases frozen foods from the bottom to the top of the trailer, all the way to the back door. It would take 2 hours, 2.5 hours to lump, hand unload, and load a trailer. I did it all the time. Can't do that no more. I'm 58. I'm older now. It is what it is. And people don't understand that, you know, your investment is your return. And you got to choose wisely. You got to invest in your life, your future, your retirement. You know, I mean, I'm just truly grateful that I'm not on drugs and alcohol anymore, because I probably wouldn't even be here, to tell you the truth. I probably would have OD'd and died a long time ago. And like I said, it was unfortunate that Maybe the drugs and alcohol that I was on at that time was to cover up all my hurt and pain. Sad, man. What a waste of a lot of years of my life. At least 30. What a waste. And I didn't know, like I said, who to talk to, who to share with, who to open up to, who to trust, because it was my own family that was beating me. You know, mentally, physically, and even the sexual abuse was family, so-called family. They ain't family to me at all. They don't exist in my life. But you know what exists today? The hurt and the pain still exists. That was 50 years ago that I used to get molested. And it still bothers me today. You know, gracias a Dios that he helps me. You know, it's my voice over violence. That's what these videos are about. To help me understand, to help me stay civil, to help me continue to move on with life. It's difficult, gente. It's very difficult. You don't want to be my age and be going through all that I'm going through. You want to be my age with your house paid for, and you got your grandkids, and you know you're spending this weekend's Easter. You got Easter familia over. That's what you want. You know, everybody calls me OG. I didn't decide one day to say I'm gonna call myself OG. I didn't do that. That's what everybody else calls me. And to this day, it's stuck. I guess the way I look, my mustache, I'm a homie, whatever. I'm not in a gang. I've never been in a gang. And, people call me what they call me. It is what it is. But what do I have? What really do I have? I don't own a home. I'm an ex-felon. I don't have a job. So I'm no one to look up to. I am seriously no one to look up to. And it's crazy because a lot of youngsters look up to me. Hey, what's up, homie? This and that, which is cool. Thank you for the respect. Thank you. But there's more to life than trying to respect someone like me. I don't have nothing to offer. The only thing I can offer are these videos to try to help somebody not live my life. I don't glorify the gangs, the drugs, the gangster. I'm not a gangster. People call me OG all the time. OG to me is older generation con respeto. I'm not a gangster. I'm not a gang member at all. I got love for everybody. I always have. I always will. Everybody. I know a lot of people from all over. California and Tejas and all over. I know people from everywhere. It's cool. In the lowrider community, this is what I've been involved in all my life. I like car shows. I like concerts. I love to dance. That's how I met my wife. I was always dancing somewhere. So it was cool. At that time, I was single and I was making money. You can make money as a truck driver, no doubt. But the more money I made, the more money I was blowing and spending and doing all that. I should have invested in my life. I should have learned investments and made money work for me. Now I bought one house, I lost it. It's unfortunate. Like I said, me and my kid's mom, we split up. But man, if we could have only made it work, not me and her, but the investments. If I could have only made that work, I could retire if I wanted to right now. Right now I'm at home making breakfast. I could be doing this all the time. Get online, learn some more investments, invest in those things, be debt free. My newest car I got is my 75 Chevy Camper. My oldest is my 1950 dually truck. I have 2 bills left. That's it. And I'm looking forward to not having those. And once I do, I have to try to invest all that I can because that's all that's left. There's not much time. At my age, At my age, there's not much time. This is how I crack my eggs. My little trick. Anyways, yeah, at my age, there's not much time. Crack. So, I'm just sharing this video for y'all so that you can understand, man. Think wisely, choose wisely. Do all you can do to make life work for you, man. Because it'll pass you by. Life will pass you by, no doubt. With or without you, life's gonna go on. So, as long as you're healthy and alive, my chicken's coming out pretty cool. Can you see it? Yeah. As long as you're healthy and alive, if you don't invest in your life, what else do you got? Seriously, what else do you got? There's not much left. You know what I mean? There's not much left. You have to invest. Stay debt free. In 2018, I had 18 debts. Oops. In 2018, I had 18 debts. Right now, I'm down to 2. And that's too many. That's too many, Hinton. So, I'm trying to get rid of those. It's about, I probably owe about 20,000. Yeah, somewhere a little bit more, maybe. And I'm trying to get rid of all that and be completely debt free, so that I can get on with my life, whatever life is left. So at 62, I can take my first retirement with penalties, no doubt. It's too early to retire. That's only 4 years away. 67, 9 years away. 70, 12 years away. If I'm still alive. If I'm not alive, well, it don't matter. It's over and done with. But I'm married now. Now I have my wife to support. And if you truly love your familia, you'll figure out a way for them to have a life. You figure out a way for them to have a life when you're no longer here. You know, you're going to leave something for your kids. You don't want to leave a burden. You want to leave something that'll help them, not hurt them. And that's what it's all about. You know, we're all here to help. Got me some squash today. Yeah. Hold on. Anyways, you know, we're here to help, not hurt. You have to understand that. It's hard at times. It's very hard. But we got to do what we got to do. The older we get, the less time we have to do it. Very important. Very important, people. Like I always say, you know, I used to be a violent person because I didn't know no better. Everybody used to hurt me. Everybody beat me. Everybody freaking tortured me, man. It wasn't until I got big and older and everybody realized, you better leave him alone. He's going to hurt you. That's exactly what happened. You know, I learned that you hurt me, I'm going to hurt you. As a little kid, I couldn't protect myself. I couldn't protect myself as a little kid. I'm a kid. What do I know? But as I got older and I got tired of people hurting me, I made a choice. And I told myself, no matter what it is or who it is, if somebody hurts you, you hurt them back. Even when we were little kids, you know, they would say, if they hit you, hit them back. But, I mean, what really was that? They hit you, hit them back. You know, it would have been better to have a voice over violence. My voice over violence. I would have been way better off to know that I have a voice over violence than to just, they hit you, hit them back. Because honestly, that didn't do me no good. That didn't do me no good at all. If you hit them back. If they hit you, hit them back. Okay? So I became a fighter. You know? I went to prison. got all these tattoos all over me now. And what good is it? I wear long sleeves all the time. What meant something to me back then means nothing to me now. Nothing. As a matter of fact, I wish I can get these tattoos off. I don't have the money. I got all my tattoos are for free. From the homies, from lockup, from prison. I got my tattoos free. People spend lots of money on tattoos nowadays. But was it really free? Were my tattoos really free? No. You put so-called, I put so-called work in that wasn't really work. To me, it wasn't work. It was just natural to be me. But like a couple of the homies that I had back in the day, they already passed away. Matter of fact, just about all my homies have already passed away. And at that time, like if something was going wrong, I remember this one instance, the homie's old lady went to go get food so we can barbecue, and some dude disrespected her. She came and told us about it. Ironically, that dude came walking down the same street that I was on. When she said that was the dude that did what he did, I bombed him. I bombed that dude quick, because that's my homie's wife, and he disrespected her. I think he grabbed her butt or he did something stupid. But when he did that, I'm a protector. I'm a provider. Because no one ever protected me. So when that dude made that mistake, I bombed him. Then the cops come and I go to jail for beating the dude down and blah, blah, blah. That was always my cases. My cases were always violence. I didn't never shoot anybody. You know, I didn't have a gun. I would fight. I was a fighter. Boom, 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 boom. And I loved it. I loved to fight. I didn't have fear. I didn't have fear sober fighting. I didn't have fear drunk fighting. I had no fear of that. My fear was the child abuse, sexual abuse, the mental abuse. That was my personal fear that no one knew about. No one knew about that life that I was living. Only me. And how do you tell people my family is doing this to me? My family is hurting me. My family's, sexually abusing me, mentally abusing me, physically abusing me. I don't go to school. I clean buildings at night. I don't have an education. I don't understand school. I go to school once in a blue moon. I just sit there like a dummy because I don't even know what they're talking about. Why? Because I wasn't there. I was cleaning buildings and sleeping throughout the day. Sad. Very, very sad. What a life. What a life that was. It don't make no sense. So here it is. I'm 58. It still don't make no sense. Look at that. Yeah. Squash. Chicken. I'm going to throw my eggs in there right now. But anyways, it still don't make sense to me. Was it worth it? Nope. Not at all. None of it. None of it was worth it. Me fighting, me drugs, me on alcohol, me in jail, me in prison. At the time I used to work out a lot. I've always had women in my life. Lots of women in my life. I don't know why. They say something about the mustache. I cut it. It's short now, but for some reason women have always been in my life. Why? Why would you want to be with me? I'm an ex-felon. I have no education. I have no skills. I have no retirement. They would tell me, but I have retirement. I got 401k. I have a pension. I have a home. I have a good job. I work for the government. You can live with me. Nah, man. But what do I have as a man? What do I got to do? Go lay down with them. Be there for them. And I get all that. But what they didn't understand was I was a person sexually molested. That was my hunt. That was my fears. Those are my skeletons. And don't get me wrong. Like I said, I'm a man. I've definitely, had my go around with a lot of women in my life. But it wasn't what I wanted. It was just sexual. That's all it was. They would ask me, oh, gee, do you love me? Do you think about me? Do you think we're going to be in a relationship? Relationship? What's that? Because anybody that was close to me hurt me. So why would I want to do that? Nah, I'm good. I'll pass. Well, I want to be in a relationship with you. Well, I would tell them, well, then you need to find somebody else. Don't come to my house thinking that if you're going to sleep with me, that eventually we're gonna get married, and I'm not even ready. And it was funny because we pour this in here. Yeah, mix it all up. Yep, mix it up. I mix everything up in one pan always. Anyways, they would tell me like, why don't you want to be married? And I would say, because I'm dysfunctional. I'm very dysfunctional. I have a lot going on in my head, my heart. There's a lot of pain there. Well, I won't hurt you, and I'll be there for you. And they would say, you're not dysfunctional. You're a good man. I was a single dad, 6 kids. I was a truck driver. Once all my kids became adults, 18, then I, they moved on with their life, so I had to move on with mine. And so women would tell me, like, you're a good dude, you're a good man, you're a good father, you're a good worker, you're a good provider. I love to dance, so they always say I'm a good dancer. But what's that do for me? What do all those things do for me? Nothing. It's just to enjoy that moment, but that was it. What they couldn't understand was, even though they tried to love me, I guess I didn't let them because I didn't know how to be loved. Why? Because I didn't know what love was. I never knew what love was. I didn't have love. It was never there for me. So it was easy for me to let them come over and hang out and leave, because that's what everybody else did. So, unfortunately, I don't really know if anybody really loved me at that time. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. I don't know. I didn't feel it. I didn't have it in my heart. And it took a lot of my life, as far as the confusion, the hurts, the pains. And when they would ask me why I wouldn't settle down, I would tell them, I'm traumatized. I have childhood trauma. I'm dysfunctional. I'm the last guy you want to settle down with. I still have not healed from my hurts, from my pains. I'll help you in a heartbeat, but I won't hurt you. That's just me. I won't, because I know what hurt feels like. And it's sad, man, because women don't get into a relationship just because a guy looks the way he looks, and not really seeing the whole picture. Like, man, is this a good man to invest my time in? Is he a good investment? I know I'm not. I wasn't a good investment at all. I couldn't understand how they'd want to take the time to be with me. Because I look at my life, I wouldn't want to be with me. I'm not trying to say that I'm a loser, but like a woman's father would look at me in a heartbeat and say, that dude's a loser. Yeah, maybe. The difference is that a father loves a daughter unconditionally. A man, he'll love you for as long as you let him, I guess. But some people will take from you. They have hidden agendas. They'll take from you, or they want the house, they want the car, they want, the money that you have to offer. I don't know. People want different things in life. I'm not a person like that. I'll work for my own. When I had my 6 kids, full custody, I didn't get child support, I didn't get welfare, I didn't get food stamps, I didn't get Section 8, I didn't get EBT, I didn't get WIC, I didn't get none of that stuff. And the reason why is because I was able to work. Being a troquero, my dad's a troquero, he worked all his life, and I worked too. So I provided for them. When it came time for me to be by myself on my own, I lived by myself in a little 1-bedroom studio, and I was cool. For the first time, I didn't have my kids, and I was heartbroken. I missed them, but I had to learn to go on with my life. So for that first time, although I didn't know what to do at first, I became comfortable after a while. Like, wow, this is what life's really about. I have no one mad at me. I have no one yelling at me. No one's upset with me. I don't owe nobody nothing. My bills are paid. I got good credit. Man, this ain't bad. So that's what I did. I chose to stay on my own. It's coming out pretty good, look. Yeah. Squash, chicken, eggs. I got some, what do I got? Cottage cheese? Yeah, I got cottage cheese too, so that's cool. avocados too. Yeah, anyhow, so, you know, it's just very unfortunate that my life was my life. But gracias a Dios, he did change my heart, change my life. I still have hurt and pains. I still have skeletons and fears. I still have anxieties and nervousness and depression. But these videos help me. It's my voice over violence. I used to be violent. I loved it. I didn't care. I would fight anytime, any place, anywhere. That was my go-to at the time because as a child, I couldn't defend myself. And I wasn't a bully. My thing was that I would protect the people that couldn't protect themselves. Why? Because I used to be that person at one time. Now, I can not only protect me, but I can help protect you. So that's what I did. So, my videos helps me. It's therapeutic. It's therapy for me. I was a drug addict. I did heroin. I did all that. My teeth are shot. Very unfortunate. I did it all to myself, being a drug addict that I was. But I'm just trying to have a better life, and share with you all. If any of you got kids, young kids, or are going through the life that I live, show my video. And por favor, like the video, follow my videos, subscribe to my videos. I don't really have that many subscribers. And I want to start doing this more. I want to start sharing more. It'll help me. It'll help you. It'll help your kids, your family, whoever might be going through this, men and women. Being a single dad, I definitely know what it's like. I can cook, clean, take care of my kids, and pay bills. And, a lot of the homies who, they're real close to me, they'll be like, bro, you're like a single mom. Yeah, I am. Because I know what I got to do. Being a janitor at night when I was a kid, I knew how to clean. We all know how to make something to eat. I had 6 kids to take care of. You learn. You figure it out, right? So if you know anybody, men, women, adults, children that are going through anything that I've gone through in my life, show them my video. And like I said, por favor, subscribe to my video so that I can grow my channel too. I'm on YouTube all the time. I see some channels that are blowed up with nonsense. I'm like, wow, that guy's got that many followers and they get paid very well for nonsense. So I decided, well, why don't you share your life too, bro? You got real topics, real stories. Share them. See how it goes. So por favor, since I'm sharing mine, you can subscribe to the channel and like the little thumbs up that's on there. Click it. Click subscribe. It'll help me out. I'm trying to grow it too. With that being said, it's time for breakfast. Y'all have a great day. Keep it OG. Llévatela suave and enjoy that cruise.